one of the things that you have stated is that we have options. Okay. So just to give you a little bit of my background, I come from a divorced family, and we live.
Already playing the victim. You and everybody else. I do not care that your mama and your daddy couldn't make it work. I'm already annoyed. You are 45, sir. Talking about your parents are divorced. Let's keep going.
Level from the time that I was born until now, frankly. So I'm one of those people that you're talking about that isn't pulling themselves up by their bootstraps enough. Which, like, I didn't have boots to begin with, and like, I don't know if you've ever had boots, but like legs are load-bearing structures.
I relate.
And like, you can't really pull up a boot when you're wearing it, you know? So where exactly am I failing when I am working 80 hours a week? I am taking the only jobs that will hire me. I have put in 477 applications over the last 2.5 years. Not even gotten a call back once.
Why do you think?
You tell me. You're a job creator.
But I don't know your resume. You know your life better than I do. Why do you think you have not gotten a call back on 477?
Because I do not have a degree.
Okay.
Because I do not have a degree because I could not afford one.
Okay.
I live in an area where the physical job market is very limiting.
Where do you live?
I live in rural Texas.
Okay.
So in that, like in the town that I grew up in, for instance, there are 8 jobs, period.
Does your family live there? Mom, dad, everybody's in that same city?
Everybody was at one point.
Okay.
Most of them are dead now.
moved.
Okay, sorry to hear.
It is what it is. It's poverty.
Oh, they died.
You know, we're kind of used to that on this side.
Okay, what a pick me. You are a grown man with a bald fade and a ponytail in the back that's two-toned. What is going on? And not too much in the two-tone hair, but but at the same time, it's like, bro, you're sitting here like, oh, we're used to people dying. We're poor, so we're used to people dying. So rich people don't die? Like, that's crazy. We're used to people dying over here. We're poor. That's probably one of the dumbest arguments I've ever heard in my life. This guy is insufferable. I guarantee you his resume is full of just pity party and typos.
You're a victim. Why do you feel like you're a victim? Why do you feel like the way you speak, like, you know, you're the victim where all this happened to you?
Because I exist and things happen to you, and as such, things happen, and that's why I say that they happen to me.
You're a good-looking guy. Why do you think you're a victim? Why do you think you're somebody that's got into a situation because it's not fair what happened to me? Let me give you a couple options.
Sure.
Are you open to leaving the city you're in?
I've already left it.
So what city?
I've left multiple cities.
So if somebody else gave you a job in a different place, you'd be
100%.
willing to move there?
100%.
Okay. On your resume.
It says that.
What do you have on your resume? Skill set. What do you offer?
Transportation expertise, logistics expertise.
You consider yourself a hard worker?
I mean, I feel like 80 hours a week.
That's a hard worker.
Sure.
How about we do this? How about I interview you and I give you a job? Would you move to Fort Lauderdale?
Ooh, man, that's Florida. Sure, why not?
Would you move to Fort Lauderdale?
Sure, why not?
How about you and I document this? After this, you come, I do an interview with you, and I give you a job. And let's see what you do 90 days later.
Okay, and I'll look up your company and all that kind of stuff, and I'll see it. But
you
like,
see what just happened
regardless,
right there? But watch what you just did.
Sure.
You just said you applied to 477 companies who's not gotten back to you.
Yeah.
A business owner who's hiring aggressively just made an offer to you. You said you're willing to move. Then you said, I'll look at it. You became selective.
I didn't say I'll look at it if you'd let me finish my sentence.
Go ahead. I want to hear it.
I would like to look into your company to see exactly what you guys do.
You would like to?
Because I don't know what you guys do. Okay. So as far as I'm concerned, I may be wasting my time going. If you guys are a finance company, if you guys are a bank or something like that, I don't have the certifications, I don't have the degrees. So even interviewing me would be a moot point.
What if I gave you a job, period, to work 80 hours a week? Would you take it? And I paid you a reasonable wage.
Are we talking a livable wage or a reasonable wage?
What do you
and
make
whose
right
version
now?
of reasonable are we
What do you
talking
make
about?
right
Your
now?
version of reasonable or my version of
But
reasonable?
you see, so now for me, what I'm noticing from you is
I need specifics?
No, not necessarily. No, most of the people I hire need specifics. The difference is I'm trying to hire them. In this instance, you're trying to get a job and you're being selective. It's going to work against you.
I mean, I'm not trying to get a job. Originally, I was trying to ask you where the moral fell.
My offer's off the table because you're going to be difficult to work with.
Okay, sure. But my question was, where is my moral failing? Like, where is it that you are saying that I am not working hard enough and I am not doing
I just
it?
experienced it.
Does this guy not realize the way he just blocked his own blessing? Now, PBD is genuinely one of the nicest people I've ever met. Like, he's one of those people, he is just aggressively trying to put people on, get people a bag. Like, he is that guy. This is someone that has left Iran, a place with real oppression, with real struggle, with real chaos going on over there, came to America, lived out the American dream, and handled business. So for this guy to sit here in front of him and try to act like he knows better than PBD, and it's like, okay, you get hired for a job and you don't necessarily have a skill set yet for it. Build the skill set. Are you incapable of learning? Like, is it a confidence thing? This is a combination of every negative leftist stereotype all in one person. It's the victim mentality. It's the laziness. It's the complacency. It's the lack of self-assurance, the insecurity. It's everything. The entitlement. How dare you? You're sitting here like questioning him down about what the salary is going to be. You don't even know what job you're going to be getting yet. At least go entertain the interview. What do you have to lose? Get a grip. And then he's like, ooh, Florida, you're broke in rural Texas. It's not much better for you from what you're saying. And like, I've never in my life been able to fathom this type of mindset because I grew up broke. And you know what I did? Every time I could have been around somebody like PBD, I would have went far and wide. You know, when I was in my early 20s, I would go to every networking mixer that had nothing to do with me because I was trying to network and meet people and figure out like, what can I figure out? Who do you know that I should know? And here you have PBD, someone who has who is knee deep in so many industries and so many bags, and this guy could have put you on. And if you played your cards right, PBD is the type of person I feel like could be friends with someone that disagrees with him even politically. So this is somebody that if you played your cards right, this could have been the most lucrative connection in the history of your bloodline, and you fumbled the bag because you decided to be a pretentious. There's so many words I want to call him. I'm just going to call him a pretentious disappointment because it was at the point where I was almost rooting for him. The fact that he might have just got this blessing. This could have been such a cool turnaround story, but he just stopped his own bag in 8K. And I know when he watches this back, when he's sitting on his couch with his flat pillows and going back and forth between his cold, lonely toilet seat and that pillow that probably has some busted cushions in it, I know he's going to think back at this moment and be like, wow, I could have been working for a very successful man that was more than happy to put me on. That's crazy. And that's what's crazy. Wow. You're talking about you have logistics skill sets and you have all this range of skill sets. Like, that's like, for him to sit here and be like, oh, I have to check out your company. Especially if you have a background in like transportation logistics, even if you're working for Walmart as a truck driver, you don't need to know what the CEO's business is. You don't need to know what the Walmart family has to, or what is it? Wally, who are them people? The Walton, the Walmart family. You don't need to know what their business is. You don't need to know who they voted for. All you know is that at your level, you have a job. You're acting like you need to agree with every single person in the company in order to have a job. This is why I can't stand the socialists and the anti-capitalists, because they just don't want success. And it shows.